It's your boy Charm247. What up, y'all?
Ooh, there he is. There he is.
The one and the only.
There he is.
24/7.
Detailing
Absolutely.
while being interviewed.
Oh, for real?
Yes, talk shit.
Yeah. Yep.
Y'all got some spray?
Yes, absolutely.
Oh man, so
now I'm here. What's good, y'all?
nothing much, man. So thank you, Mighty Mighty, for that woo. I'm actually gonna turn these down a little though. Hold on.
I'm about to be at a more quiet spot.
No worries, no worries.
All right, I'm locked in.
All right. We're in.
24/7. Yeah, live in action.
All right, hold on. Let me get you. I'm gonna readjust here.
Okay. Yeah, now we locked in. Might have readjust myself. Sorry for y'all. Part of being an artist, man, is improvising to the best of my ability. All right, cool. So I'm in the storage room. So everything y'all hear me rap about or sing about is 100% legit. 100%.
So man, Sharp, thank you so much for being on the show. How long have you owned a car wash?
Well, first I'm gonna double back and say I started with a holding company.
A holding company.
So I first created a holding company where I wanted to have numerous companies under one umbrella.
Mm.
And the urge for that was to be able to record and perform whenever, however I chose to, right? So one day, so I've been in the music industry since I recorded my first album in 1998. So I put my first tape together in 1998. So around that time, I was learning how to be the best that I could be, right? The very next era, I decided, okay, I know I need to now have revenue coming in no matter what. There used to be moments where I would talk to a promoter and, the deals that was on the table, I would take anything, any deal just to get the job done. And then I came to the conclusion, if I had my own money and my own revenue, I can say no. And not only say no, I can say, hey, no, this is what I want to do. I want to do it this way and that way. I never wanted to be in a position where somebody can look at me and say to me, hey, you're fired. That was a fear of mine over the decades.
Yeah.
So I made sure that was never going to be the case.
Yeah.
Never.
Complete artistic freedom when you don't have to spend anybody else's money.
Yes. So I'm not one of these type of guys that say, don't get a job. No, that's not my rhetoric. My rhetoric is make sure you have money when it's time.
The folks in the chat, Morby wants to know how old you were, if you don't mind. She thought you were 27.
Oh, wow. No, I'm 32 years old. I just turned 32. But my whole life has been absorbed in the music industry. So I was 8 years old when I bounced down my first album. The album was Bouncing Down. And I just remember it was 1998. I was like, all right. So my brothers and my siblings, they was happy for the new Sega, the new Nintendo. I was happy for a new beat machine. I wanted Pro Tools. I wanted a microphone. I would go to my mom and say, hey, she say, what you want on your Christmas list? I want an agent or a manager, So, that was my main goal. I knew from a child exactly what I wanted to do, and I wasn't going to compromise. I was willing to detour to make my destination hit, but I was not willing to compromise. So there was decades where my mom and siblings or my elders would tell me, hey man, you've been in the music industry for 10 years now, or hey man, it's coming up on 15 years now. What's going on? All right, now it's 20 years now. All right, now I've been in the game 25 years. And so far, I told people all the time, it's a lifestyle. Like, the amount of songs that I record a day per year, I record at least 2,000 songs a year, 1,500 to 2,000 songs every year. Wow. And that's on the low end. Like, before I came to the car wash, I was in the studio all day. all morning, all night. I did before I came to the studio. I did 4 songs, and when I leave here out the studio, I mean, once I leave this car wash, I'm gonna go straight to the studio and probably record another 6 or 7. I
Now,
record everywhere I can go.
now
Everywhere I
are
go.
you do you produce songs, or are
Yes,
you
yes, sir. Yeah,
okay? So you
I do
make beats
everything
and
from
all that.
scratch.
Oh,
Yep.
okay.
So I started off not being able to afford a producer. I was 8 years old, 9 years old, and I wanted to have albums full of music. So all I could do was resort to hooking up a microphone, beating on a desk, humming on the microphone, looping it around. Boom, boom, doom, 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 looping that around, beating on the desk, traveling it through the Pro Tools, looping that around. However, I had to do to just create my story. I had more of a message in my songs. I wanted to vent through my music. I wanted to see, tell my POV through my melodies, through my harmonies, through my production. And it led me to be self-sufficient all across the board.
Mm.
I'm open to work with other producers for sure. But if no producer works with me for free or gives me a quote that's reasonable, I'm always ready. I got the beat already made
Do you
before
these last few songs that you've been releasing, were those all produced by you, or were you using another beat or
so
another?
so so 70% of the beats were made by me or
Oh,
co-produced. So some producers will send me their session files
yeah,
and I'll add to it.
I
So
see.
if somebody hear the original beat to some of my songs, they if somebody heard the original beat to like I produced Cocoa Bread from scratch. If somebody go
Okay,
online and they type in Cocoa Bread, that was made strictly from scratch. There was no other person in that room at 3 in the morning but me.
okay.
Love It
So
Enough was
you play
co-produced.
guitar?
I play whatever I got to do to get the melody out. So if I have a harp in front of me, if I got a guitar, if I got a harmonica, whatever I got. If I just got my fingers, I don't have a snare. I put the right on high end, the right low end, the mids in there, and somebody say, "Man, that snare sounds amazing. What type of snare is that?" I was like, "That's my fingers, man. It's
That's
just
my
the way
fingers.
the low end, man." So whatever instrument you give me, it don't matter. It could be this bottle. You would never know that sound right there is just that's a plastic bottle with some water in it. So that's how I am, and
Yeah,
yeah,
man. That's awesome. That's awesome that you're very self sufficient in that way. You know, like I know a lot of rappers who are very dependent on on a beat. Because they don't
right,
know how to use
wow, and that's sad.
things. Yeah,
To
well,
me,
everybody has their
their
abilities and their
niches.
talents and
Yeah, yeah,
stuff.
yeah,
But
yeah,
I do
absolutely.
understand what you're saying. Like,
Well, I'll say it would be sad if I was in that position. I would be sad if I
yeah,
had to resort to needing someone to produce. Of course, you know, yeah, that's how it is. I'm more uh, whatever I got to do to get the job done.
yeah. So like this cocoa bread, you're singing a lot in this. You sing and you also rap. What made you go in this direction? Because it's a nice song. It's not
I appreciate that.
because some of your other songs are straightforward hip hop. This
Yeah,
one,
yeah, yeah.
what made you want to go in that direction?
Well, to be honest with you, Cocoa Bread, the songs and the style of Cocoa Bread, I have more of those in my catalog than actual hip hop and rap.
Really?
Oh yes, majority of my catalog is in the Cocoa Bread realm.
Okay.
I put out songs like "Love Me Enough" just to attract the ear, and when someone taps in, once they're in, hang on, go for a second. Once they're in, they can pretty much discover a whole new sound that I bring to the table. But me personally, I'm aimed towards the actual. I want to get my point across. So if I want to, if I'm trying to premiere a song that is representing me falling in love, I want the melodies that I choose to be just as lovely as the feeling that I feel when I think about the person that I'm in love with.
Hmm.
So when love approaches is pretty much the same thing of not expecting. Cocoa bread is amazing. It looks like a regular loaf of bread, but for some crazy reason, when you bite into it, the flavor that it gives you is you're unexpected. You didn't expect it to taste this amazing, and the way that it make you feel is, to me, utterly unexplainable.
Hmm.
You can't describe it. Why does it taste this amazing? Why does it look this way? So the song Cocoa Bread represents not expecting to find the love of your life when you found them. There's a lot of times where, okay, you get online and you're searching for somebody. That's your goal. You're getting on this dating app. You're trying to find somebody to fall in love with. You get irritated that you don't find somebody on this app. You go to the grocery store to get yourself some coffee. You want to stay up to search online, but then you fall in love with the cashier. That's a cocoa bread to me.
Hmm. Now,
You know,
have you found love recently?
recently, no.
Hmm.
Well, no, I'll take that back. I find love in every different thing. I don't always find love in a human being. I might find love in uh, just to give an example. I might fall in love with waking up and running down a street that I haven't been down before. I might wake up and fall in love with stretching, or fall in love with putting water on some flowers that I have overlooked walking to my car.
Hmm.
So falling in love is not actually doesn't have to be with a human. But yes, I have found love with being alone.
Hmm.
You know, I've been in situations in my life recently where it put me in situations where I have more time to think by myself.
Yeah, I understand.
And you know, Cocoa Bread actually was produced. I wrote Cocoa Bread out of a heartbreak situation
Hmm.
where when I recapped when it all began. So it's like falling in love with somebody, dating them, going through your relationship trials and errors, ups and downs. You break up, it doesn't work out, and now you're reflecting on how it even began.
Yeah.
So, like a thief in the night, when love approaches, holding you tight. Uh, when love approaches, spreading your wings, prepared to fly, feeling your heart float next to mine. Is just the intro of, you know, uh, the second verse of that. I love the way you say my name, despite the rocky roads we came. I love the way you always find ways to moonwalk through my mind. The way you make me feel, the odds we can beat it for real. Circle spinning, try my best not to slip. With only one glove supporting my grip. That verse to me has a lot of layers of, of course, you got poetic expressions, the metaphoric references that I'm using with Michael Jackson. And every line that I used, I was listening to the King of Pop when me and my significant other separated. So I immediately turned to my microphone, and every word was a Michael Jackson play on words. It was a metaphor. But I pretty much took every single song, a lot of songs that Michael Jackson wrote, and I wrote my verses out of those words, those titles. So, and it really wasn't on purpose either, but it was just the fact that I was watching Michael Jackson, you know, saying that, I love the way you say my name, despite the rocky roads we came. I love the way you always find ways the moon walk through my mind. I can't, explain the way you make me feel. The odds we can beat it for real. Circle spinning, try my best not to slip with only one glove supporting my grip. You know, that love Cocoa Bread is, I have an album, I have about 4 albums of Cocoa Bread type of records that I want to put out over the next day or two. I have about 21,000 songs in my vault that I recorded since the pandemic. I have albums before then. I probably would just let, be shrines on my, on my cabinet or in my DAW. There's thousands and thousands of songs that probably will never hit the world, but they're there. I'm gonna probably drop about maybe 5,000 songs before it's over with. Before before the summer end, I'll probably have about 5,000 songs on Apple Music, Spotify.
Now, these are music that you want to put out under your artist name, or is this stuff that you're selling?
So I was a ghostwriter, but prior, I'm still a ghostwriter, but I actually came to a conclusion one day, maybe about a week ago. I said, you know what? No more ghostwriting. Take a moment and let's put your songs out, Charm.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Charm247 gonna have about, at least, you know, I'll probably drop about 5,000-6,000 songs a year. Just keep it.
That's a lot of songs, man.
But you gotta realize, like, fortunately, I already have them ready. Like, fortunately, I looked up and was bouncing down my songs, and I said, man, I got 21,000 right now that I'm confident in. I have way more songs than that, but the songs that I'm confident in putting out, I got about 21,000 of them, because I got stories and life experiences that I've witnessed all of these years.
Yeah.
And, you know, Hola and Aloha. You know, me and my plans was to travel and see the world and get a opportunity. Like, there was a moment in my life where I was seeing a lot of people around me, you know, traveling, taking pictures, you know, beaches, seeing resorts. But in my era, at that point in my life, I didn't have much revenue to really experience that life and love that they was experiencing. So I had my own plans that, hey, you know, despite you might see a lot of people collecting trophies and collecting medals at the moment when you're not. But Hola then Aloha represents that, hey, one day I'm going to travel to Mexico, and from Mexico, I'm going to travel to Hawaii. I'm going to do everything that I set my mind to. I don't have a problem with saying that, hey, I want to be the greatest. Not one of the greatest, I want to be the greatest. There's nothing wrong with saying that if you're comfortable with that you're going to have to put the work in.
Yeah.
So Hola then Aloha represents, which is on Spotify, Apple Music, type in Hola then Aloha. It represents, you know, actually seeing your plans through. You know, conquering doubt. They thought that I would never drop. Pardon if I never stop. Corvette with the drop top down. Nelly Helen dipping through. Don't believe in God, I'm living proof. Defining the art. Man, it's like, same ones that started with me, same ones still around. I mind my business, build my business. My commas is friends now. I'm on the ground like a cleat. New goals to complete. I'm not comfortable with selling out shows up the street.
Well, we have a question from the chat here. They're wondering what are some of your favorite songs what are your favorite songs about of yours?
Okay. So I used to be very confident in myself, where it would sound like I was cocky coming up. And for when I once went into a shell after someone told me I needed to humble myself, that statement put me under a shell. So what brought me out my shell was a song called Love Me Enough. If you type in Spotify or Apple Music, YouTube, and type in Charm247, Love Me Enough. Love Me Enough is pretty much one of my favorite. Cocoa Bread is one of my favorite, but Love Me Enough to me right now is one of my favorite out, because that song is representing my becoming. Live from the city, I'm here. I'm numero uno. Higher than the roof from Bozzuto. I'm stepping on Pluto. Blast to the top 5, and I ain't number 5. If I ain't on the list amongst the best, is lying. I'll sing to your bitch, inspire you to get rich, kick motivational jabs whenever a nigga spits. So when you say you him again, just know that you equipped. Screaming, fuck him if they hate. I'm still yelling, checkmate. That song is the becoming of me. So at any given moment, that's pretty much going to be my intro to any song. Cocoa Bread, to me, there's no way in hell a human being can be pissed off, frustrated, irritated, and play Cocoa Bread all the way through and still be angry. There's no way. I put so many sounds in there that triggers a human reaction to feel good. So and Cocoa Bread to me will definitely, if anybody that's in the chat, you got a moment where you're angry, somebody pissed you off, your manager made you mad, your parents or whatever, man, go ahead, play Cocoa Bread and put me up on that challenge. I bet you It's gonna be an anger management pill for you, man. I put so much stuff. That beat sounds so plain, but the dynamics and the layers in that music, what I actually put in there, it's impossible to be angry. If you're a human, some of the things that I put in there is gonna definitely trigger a great feeling. Spreading your wings, prepared to fly.
Yeah, should we play that real quick? Is that cool if we play it?
Sure, absolutely. You can play anything.
All right, let's play Cocoa Bread. Let's get it in. I'll share with you so you can hear it too.
Absolutely. While you're playing it, I'm gonna mute my mic.
Do your thing, man. Me too.
So this is Cocoa Bread, Charm247. Cocoa Bread, Charm247. Let's go.
Love approaches, like a thief in the night, as love approaches, holding you tight, as love approaches. Spreading your wings, prepared to fly. Feeling your heart pump next to mine as love approaches. Girl, I love you with a passion. You're super sweet, girl, you're something in a napkin. I love when we get along. I love how we laugh all day, like where it's time long when we dance to the same song. I love how the sunset right on your skin tone. I love how we can save the world, save the world. Like a thief in the night, as love approaches. Holding you tight as love approaches. Spreading your wings, prepared to fly. Feeling your heart pump next to mine as love approaches. I love the way you say my name, despite the rocky road we came. I love the way you always find ways to moonwalk through my mind. The way you make me feel, the odds we can beat it for real. Circle spinning, try my best not to slip. Only one glove, some points in my grip, my grip. As love approaches, you can resist the sunshine when the stars align.
Boom. Boom. I don't know what happened. Our guest left. they rolled. Charm was like, done, I'm out. So we'll see if Charm comes back. He left the meeting. He was at work, so, or he owns his job. He owns his own business, so I don't know. We'll see what happens if he comes back. Anyways, na 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 na. Then who is that, Mighty Mighty? Who? Oh, EBX Eric. That's EBX. Let me see if he's gonna come back. Yeah, it was nice, and then he was gone. And he's like, I'm out. Always leave on a high note, I suppose. Hold on, let me see. Coming back. Na 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 na. The best impression he could leave. Yeah, he's just like, boom. That's all they need to know. Just listen to the music. Listen to the music the moment you hold it. This has been a weird stream. That's the message. Ashby's coming back. He hasn't responded yet, so we'll see if he comes back. We'll see if he comes back. I don't know if he is or not. Yeah, let's listen to another song. There it is. There it is, folks. I don't think he's being ridiculous. Hold on. I'm coming back to you, bro. Just give me a second.
Perfect. Absolutely.
All right. Hold on. Hold on. Shit. I don't even know how to use my own stuff anymore. Hold on. We're back. We're back, everybody. We're back. We were just wondering where you went, and we were just hanging out doing our thing. So we appreciate you coming back. I appreciate it. No, we listened to Cocoa Bread, and then we listened to Float. And
oh wow, Float. Okay.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And those are some of your latest releases. I love the idea of releasing like 5,000 songs. Like, what is your plan? How do you plan to release such an extreme volume of music?
Okay, so look, let me tell you, I'm gonna let you in on a little secret, man.
Okay, I'm ready.
So you have two different types of artists. You have two different. There's multiple types of artists, but the two I'm gonna talk about right now is you have an artist that have to convince the listener by putting together a marketing strategy, by putting together all types of plans to make as many listeners hear it as possible, right? And hope that with the hopes of something sticking. And once something stick, now they start to tour or start to put out an album. With me, I'm the opposite, where I don't need 1 million fans. I don't need a marketing strategy. I don't need promo. Artists like me, man, we put our songs out to the world with a purpose, and it hits the ears and hearts that it need to hit. So, how do I plan? I don't plan. I create and hope that the right person, will always stumble on my music. The person that needs to hear it will always find it. So, somebody told me, I think it was Irv Gotti. Irv Gotti said, I bumped into him at it was like a marketing event or artist event. I bumped into him. I said, "Hey man, how you doing? I wanted to let you hear my song that I just made prior to walking into this establishment." And he looks at me and he says, if you're as real as I believe you might be, that song that you want to play me, I hear it." And it struck something. Well, I said, you know what? I'm just gonna go off of always just walking. I don't need to know what's down the street. I'm gonna find out when I get there. I'm gonna just keep on walking, and I know that if I'm supposed to make this shot, I'm gonna make it, whether my eyes is open or not. If we're gonna win the game, we're gonna win the game. We don't need to have any special tricks. But if you have to, everything that comes with my marketing is all natural. So, for example, I have a company that a cereal brand. I won't give the name up right now, but a cereal brand heard one of my songs naturally, and naturally emailed me and said, "Hey, we want to use this song for a sponsorship related to our cereal company." Now, I clicked the link in the email, and it was straight organic, and I love it. I do certain things to 518, but I'm on a call right quick. We closed at 7. Sorry, you guys.
It's all good, bro.
But my main plan is to put out songs, put them in the right places where you have no choice but to hear it. What do you mean by that? I have no choice but to hear it. When I walk into Macy's, I have no say-so on what song I'm going to hear when I walk in. When I walk in the airport, I'm about to take a flight somewhere, I have no idea what song I'm about to hear. As I walk into Roy Rogers, I hear a song. Bruno Mars is playing in Roy Rogers right now. That's my goal. I'm gonna just put my songs in the places where you have no choice to hear it while you're there. So I have certain stores that play my songs all day. I have a shoe store that plays my playlist. I put together a song list I got a playlist, maybe I think it's about 275 songs in there. A store plays those as customers walk in and out. I got multiple genres, and none of the genres, I try to make sure, if I want my songs to sound similar, I will, but my main goal when I'm behind the microphone, I never say, okay, today I'm going to do a jazz song. All right, next I'm going to do a pop song. I just take a leap of faith and press record, put the headphones on, press record, and open my mouth, and whatever comes out is I'm banking that it's pure and organic, and it could be fact checked. Purple Peas, I created a company called Purple Peas, which is an oatmeal company. It has sun-dried berries and maple brown sugar, straight from a farm that's local from where I'm at. I'm in Washington D.C. right now. The farm is like 15 miles from my establishment, so the oatmeal is straight organic from the ground. Purple Peas oatmeal. So I created the song to go along with Purple Peas, but I actually had the song before I had the oatmeal. But most of every lyric and every bar that I ever comes off my tongue will always be able to be fact checked. So I also have a company that's a slushy. I sell slushy machines, and I sell slushies in a local convenience store down the street from where I'm standing at now. And so if I said, can you show me how dope you are? Let's raise the bar. Removing past singing covers at local bars. We open car washes and local bars. It's so bizarre, making 50 off a slushie. These rappers can't touch me. It's different type of levels, bro. The separation, black and white interior, and the segregation. Damn. So if we was to take a moment and dissect those bars, every single syllable is true. Let me show you how dope you are. Let's raise the bar. We're moving past singing covers at local bars. At one point, if I didn't sing on stage, or I wasn't going to have my rep paid. At some point, I got to the point where I respected my recording process and the music that I bring to the table so much, where I refused to sell a ticket for $10 in advance, $15 at the door. To me, that's blasphemy to my creation. To come to my shows, I'm trying to take you to a full experience. So the tickets are going to be $45 in advance, and there ain't no door. Yeah,
you better with this child sounds fun.
It's actually the sponge is kind of right. Just do it. We're gonna do the tire shine right before pull off. It's ready to pull off now.
Yeah, ready to go. Got the white tire.
Okay. Look. Okay. Good to go. Look. See? Okay. So, let's raise the bar. Removing past singing covers at local bars. We open car washes and local bars. So, I got tired of performing at local bars and only receiving the bare minimum. So I said, hey, from this moment forward, I'm going to open up a car wash, and the car wash is going to give me some cash flow where I can tell these clubs to fuck off. So there was no more $10 in advance. No. I'm behind the microphone all day and night. Why would I let you hear that for $10? Oh, hell no. 15 in advance? 15 in advance. I'm at the door. So you already are devaluing yourself by saying, I'm not important enough to be sold out a week before the show. So we're no longer doing that. So we're going to open up a car wash and local bars. We're going to open them up. I'm tired of asking these venue owners, hey, can I do this? Or can we? No, man, fuck that. I'm going to do what I got to do to open up a car wash that's going to produce the cash flow so I can open up a bar myself and perform there.
Do you have a bar too then?
I have invested. I'm investing in multiple local bars right now.
Oh, that's dope.
So the car wash produced funding where I was able to spread my deck.
Yeah.
So I have a slushie machines, coffee machines, athletic centers where we actually are doing what we're rapping about. So if there's no rap that you're going to ever be able to stumble on and say, hey, give me, huh? Yes. Leather protection is right here. It's so bizarre making 50 off a slushie. Man, I made 50 off a slushie. What do I mean by that? I have a slushie machine 2 blocks down. Damn it. Hey, Christian, can you tell that guy to come back tomorrow? Hey, damn it. Can you tell him to come back tomorrow? Okay, I got you. Thank you. I'm good, Christian. I'm good. Hey, are you able to? How much time you got? because we got a bunch of full details right now. It's like we swamp. If you want, if you're able to, I appreciate you. If you, okay, you're not gonna close until 7. Trust me. Like we got some parked over there waiting. We just trying to get them out. So I got you for sure, and I'm a discount you. Well, you already discounted. Right, you and the one. So making 50 off a slushie. I told the convenience store. I said, hey, I want to put a slushie machine here, and I want to sell the slushie for $3, and I'm going to give you 50%. You know, if for you saying yes, I give you 50% of the profits. So making 50 off a slushie, I make 50% off of a slushie every time somebody go buy a slushie, which we sell 300 to 400 very easy with no breaking a sweat, and I'm not even there. Of course, I'm out here at this moment, but most of the time I'm in the studio or I'm rehearsing or I'm on an interview.
So the name of your car wash is DC's Best Wash?
Yep, DC's Best Wash.
We got our mod here is in the DC area, so I'm gonna send him over there.
Oh, yeah?
Robbie, go over to DC's Best Wash. Go get yourself the best wash in DC.
Man, you tell me that you saw me on that podcast on this podcast, man. I'm gonna give you 75% off.
There you go, Robbie. Yep. You heard it here first.
You pull up and say we on Sheriff Road, like literally.
There you go.
Legendary spot, like.
Get yourself so.
No, I'm not even going. If this wasn't my company, I would still say, man, this is DC's Best Wash.
That's the best wash.
I try to live by my name.
So what is the number group? What is the number group?
Okay. I'm glad you asked. All right. So one day I decided I want to have a full grips of my own rhetoric, my own narrative. I want to control my own narrative. Whatever. I want to have my own network where at any given moment I'm self-sufficient. If I want to drop an album and no platform, no YouTube channel, no podcast, nobody wants to message me back, it's fine. Now I have a number group, which is a YouTube channel that has found a way to pull the interest of the average YouTube user. So we drop a video, we probably get about 900,000 to 1 million views a week on that channel because I repost stuff. So the goal is to slowly, I have been doing it slowly. My goal has been slowly repost my own content because I've reposted everyone's content to get the user. Now I've been slowly implementing. I still repost people's content, but I also now splash in mine. So it was a way to start receiving more viewership for what I'm doing. You know? So the number group is a YouTube channel that allows advertising and marketing to go through its platform. And you could pretty much, you're going to be able to see my fan base grow due to the number group. And I don't want to just be pigeonholed to the number group. So I still do other things just to still get to give a common ground. But my main goal is to utilize the number group to strengthen my fan base. It's been working because the amount of streams that I receive on Apple Music since I posted stuff on the number group has been amazing. I got 700. I don't care too much about the streaming numbers. I'm gonna let you know that right now. I don't really care about the streaming numbers, but you have to when you're relying on those certain things to pay your bills. You gotta start to take the time to say, okay, this is how much I'm bringing in. But hey, I think I'm gonna have to get going. Are you?
No worries, man.
Okay.
You're good.
So,
you're good. Yeah, man.
I appreciate y'all, man. Charm247. If you can, play Love Me Enough, man. Y'all might like that.
All right, let's do it.
I'm gonna try to tap back in a few.
All right, bro. We'll probably be ending here shortly, so don't worry about it, man. I appreciate you coming on the show. We'll play.
I definitely want to come back on here and be a friend of the show.
All right, man. Yeah,
so, man,
we could schedule something where you're not so busy.
Absolutely. Today was unexpected.
It's all good, bro. It's all good. You got a business to run.
Two of my employees quit today. So
has it been tough to keep employees with the employee shortage?
Yeah, well, no, it hasn't been tough keeping employees. It has been tough keeping employees that want to be here.
Yeah, I feel you.
It's not tough to find employees. It's tough to find a team.
Yeah. Good.
It's not tough to find employees. It's tough to find a team.
I feel that. All right, man. Well, enjoy the rest of your day.
Next time I hop on here, I'm gonna tell y'all. I'm gonna tell any of the listeners how to get their own street team.
There you
go. But I gotta go.
All right, man.
I appreciate you, Mike. Man, you're the man.
No worries.
We Speak English Good podcast, Charm247. I can't wait to repost this.
All right, man. You take care.
Are you gonna send me this footage?
Yeah, I'll end up editing it down so it'll be one conversation instead of all split up.
I appreciate you, man.
Yeah, no worries, man. I'll let you know. You have a good rest of your day, sir. Just like that, he is gone. Gone again. All right, guys. Well, I'm gonna head